I want to thank all of these individuals for standing here today, and then I want to thank the community members who are here. I've already made reference to Sandra Hines, and then there are others who are here. Let me see the residents who live out in the Sunnyside area. Okay, it's good to see every one of you. Today marks a new day and a bright future for the Sunnyside community. We have a plan to build a new state-of-the-art Sunnyside Multi-Service Center and health clinic. At tomorrow's council meeting, I will ask Councilmember Dwight Boykin, as well as the other 15 members of City Council, to approve the acquisition of 6.5-acre tract of land to make this possible. The new multi-service center will be close to the new current location, convenient and cost-effective. The new Sunnyside Multi-Service Center will be about a mile from here on Reed Road, with access from either Reed Road or Wilmington Street. It is currently the site of the Protestant Episcopal Church. The new Sunnyside, in fact, if you all would just go ahead on and turn that around for me. The new Sunnyside Multi-Service Center will be about a mile, as I said, from Reed Road and access from either Reed Road or Wilmington Street. It is currently the site of the Protestant Episcopal Church. The new Sunnyside Multi-Service Center will be 60,000 square feet, which is similar to the total square footage of the existing two buildings. More parking will be available at the new location, which has been an issue at the current site. And those who are familiar with this know that parking is always a factor. The new building will be a place where people can gather for events and health services. We considered many options in planning a new multi-service center, and I think many people in this room, certainly outside, know that we have considered many options. And there's been a great deal of conversation and discussion and debate about where the possible location should be. We spend months speaking with people who use the current facility, those who live nearby, and those with plans to use the facility in the future. We made the decision based on recommendations to build a new multi-service center at a new location because, in part, rebuilding the current one would disrupt services. And we wanted to pick a new location that would be quite cost efficient and would be in the best interest of the people here in Sunnyside. During construction, the current facility will remain open. And that was a critical consideration because, quite frankly, had we tried to rebuild here, it would have taken money away from the dollars that have been allocated, and then people would have been out of the services here for up to about 2 years. The current building, and I don't think I have to tell anyone this, the current building is outdated and it is in bad shape. This plan keeps the multi-service center, the health clinic, and the new park in the heart of this community. And I know that was a strong consideration by all people involved. It provides central access to residents in Sunnyside and its neighboring communities, including South Union. In addition to the new Sunnyside Multi-Service Center, we are pleased to announce plans to build a new park. And that's why we have Steve Wright with the Parks Department and Beth White with the Parks Board, who are both here. The city will also acquire the 1.47 adjacent acres for a new community park and green space. The Houston Parks and Recreation Department considered this area in very high need of a new park and green space. I appreciate the community's patience as we've worked to find the best solution and location for Sunnyside. And quite frankly, I firmly, strongly believe that this is the best solution for the multi-service center. The new multi-service center will remain in the heart of Sunnyside. We want to build a new building and create an environment that will make the community proud. This project will do just that. Now let me pause and bring up Councilmember Dwight Boykin, the council member of District D. Councilmember.
Thank you, Mayor. You can clap. Let me just say, how delighted I am to be joining Mayor Sylvester Turner and Senator Miles and State Representative Sean Theory, and just the entire platform of individuals who know the importance of this to our district. Director Stephen Wright and Stephen Williams, thank you all so much for your commitment. We can't thank you enough for your commitment to making certain that not only it will stay in our district, but it will be one of the state-of-the-art new multi-service centers in the city of Houston. This is good and exciting news. As the mayor said, this new multi-service center will provide vital health screening for seniors, which is very important to this community, and enhance the overall quality of life for residents in District D. It is less than 1 mile, less than 1 mile from the current location. Let's be clear about that. It will be less than I saw the Chronicle walk in here. Andrea, 1 mile, less than 1 mile from the current location. The new multi-service center will deliver fast-rate health care services along with social and other related services for the Sunnyside neighborhood. Additionally, I'm thrilled that nearly an acre, as the mayor mentioned, acre and a half of land have been directly to the south will accommodate a new community park, which is badly needed in the Sunnyside community. The new multi-service center will be a $25 million, again, state-of-the-art facility servicing the evolving needs of this highly dynamic community. And I could not be happier to see this thing come into fruition. But I want to say to Mayor Turner real quick, you know, you came out, Mayor, and I want to thank you, and you heard the concerns of the citizens of Sunnyside. And some was positive, some was not, but they had the right to voice their concerns. And you took them back, and you studied, and you listened, and you came up with a plan that you thought would be best for the community. And you engaged all of us, and I can't thank them enough for that, as opposed to reacting. And this is going to service the people in our community, in particular seniors. Mayor Turner made that very clear, that we keep the health clinic intact to continue to service the seniors. And I just can't thank you enough, Mayor. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, and Councilmember, let me thank you. I heard you very loud and clear. And so I want to thank you for your collaboration in making this happen. And this is a collaboration on so many fronts: general services, the health department, the parks department, and others. And so let me call up Steve Williams, over the director of the health department, for his comments.
Good morning, Mayor, CJ, and the general services staff. I want to thank you for coming up with this alternate location. As you know, from a health department perspective, our primary concern was minimizing the disruption of services. This option minimizes the disruption of services. We did not want to lose clients. Just to give you some context, in this multi-service center, we have more than 95,000 encounters in a year. We have more than 15,000 encounters in our health clinic over the course of a year. We do things in the health clinic like cervical cancer screening, dental care, immunizations, family planning service, pregnancy testing, STD, HIV, TB testing, and follow-up care. In a multi-service center, we have our clinic. We have a community garden, as you can see on the outside, which is really a good thing from a chronic disease standpoint. We have congregate meals for our seniors, summer youth programming, Beat the Heat, which is really critical here in Houston during the summertime. Most of you might not know, but we have a farmer's market that we conduct here at the center. And in addition to that, we have ongoing Harvey assistance that will continue. And we are not the only people that operate in this multi-service center and health clinic. We have the Minister Support Group from Precinct 7. We have Southeast Precinct judges, civic clubs, the Harris County elections. It's a Harris County election site, and the Houston Food Bank Kids Cafe. With the addition of the park, we have an opportunity, Stephen, to partner more closely to work to address the issues of chronic disease, which is the #1 cause of death of people throughout this country. We're excited that we're going into a new building. We will be more excited if we can increase our community engagement and increase access to services in this community. So I'm grateful for those of you who put this together.
Thanks, Steve. Let me call up Steve Wright with the Parks Department, and also Beth White, who's helping to provide the funding for the park. So Steve, followed by Beth.
It's just my height, Mayor. After trying to follow Councilmember Boykins periodically from here and down to here. So in the spirit of recreation, I think what we're going to do, since we arranged to have this beautiful weather outside, we're going to go ahead and take a walk. We're going to walk down to the new site, come back. It's a 2-mile walk, get some activity going on. Any takers? Okay. There we go. Look at the Houston Parks Rec team in the back raising their hand. No, I think this is a wonderful opportunity to show the collaboration between the Health Department, Houston Parks and Rec. It's all about the community. It's all about the fabric. Give families time to spend together, whether it's facing a health issue or whether it's heading off a health issue, and opportunity to get outside. This was identified as a high park need area, an area that we need green space, we need laughter, we need kids, we need families outside. It's a wonderful opportunity. I'm sure y'all have heard the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. All this that's been going on didn't happen overnight. It took a combination of the health department, the city, the council member, the Parks and Recs department, Houston Parks Board. It took all of us coming together behind a cause and work out the mechanics of this. So it's a lot of hard work. I think the community will really appreciate it. It's another level of commitment that we've got together as a team of collaboration to help serve this area. And once again, what I'd like to do at this point is turn the mic over to Beth White. She's the CEO of the Houston Parks Board. Once again, without our collaboration working together, we wouldn't be able to make this possible. Beth?
Thank you, Steve. I am delighted to be here and play a role in bringing a park to Sunnyside. And what a more appropriate place than a service center to have a park, because we think that parks are the heart of the community and a wonderful place for people to get healthy and connect with one another. I thank our team, Adrian and Chip, who are here, who actually did the work, not me. I just get to really celebrate with everyone. But our folks are amazing. We appreciate the leadership of the mayor in being creative in how we bring parks to communities, and also our park advocate here with the council members. So thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
Let me thank them both. Certainly thank Beth and her team. They come with money. So thank you so very, very much. And then Senator Miles, that represents this area. Let me call Senator Miles, followed by Representative Derry.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Hey, listen, y'all, I've had the pleasure of watching this building being built, and I think it's truly an honor for us today to have Mayor out here to inaugurate our new location, which is going to be very divisive. I think the most important thing that we need to understand is what the brother said. There will be no disconnection, no discontinuation, no breakage in services for our area in Sunnyside. So let's be happy about that. This is a great location, and this is just going to be the first of things to come between the city, the state, the county, and federal government for Sunnyside. So let's be happy about that, and let's use this as a springboard to what's going to come. Thank you, Mayor.
Representative Derry.
Good morning, everyone. I think we can all say that this is just a wonderful day. On a personal level, beyond this being my district, you know, I spent a lot of time in this particular building. My grandmother, before she was passed on, was a resident of Sunnyside, and she spent time here, and we had art classes and line dancing and all sorts of things. And so I understand the sentimentality that some people had for it, but I think what we've heard today is that it's going to be brighter and better, and there's so much to look forward to with the green space. That's something I personally am an advocate for. I think you know, we hear a lot in the African American community that we don't always have access to green spaces and parks. So I've been talking with my senator, and I think that this, as he said, is the first of many great things to come. I'm looking forward to Easter egg hunts in the parks, Family and Friends Day, and so I just want to encourage everyone to take advantage of what's going to be available now, and it's just going to be a really great day for our district. And so this is your government at work, and it's my honor to be a part of it. Thank you.
And I certainly do want to acknowledge CJ's just come forward. Because CJ, this is coming out of his shop, General Services. They have worked on this project for quite some time, and on multiple projects quite some time. But what we're announcing today, I think, they've gotten it absolutely perfectly right on. So I want to give a great deal of credit to CJ, to his department, GHSD. So, CJ, why don't you come and at least have some comments?
So just a couple of things. I used to patrol out here as a police officer back in the 90s and used to come by here quite often. As director of GSD, I actually crawled on the roof of this building to look at the HVAC system. And trust me, it's time. It's time for a new location. I want to thank Richard Vela, my assistant director over design and construction, and Chris Ferrante in real estate, who actually helped put this together. So thank you, and it's time for a move.
And I also want to acknowledge James Koski, the Deputy Chief of Staff for the City of Houston. Thank you, James, because James is intimately involved in this whole process from the beginning to end. So very much want to thank him. Nothing works without the community itself. And so let me call on, let me first call on Pastor Nash. I started to say, I don't know why I want to say Bishop. Let me call on Pastor Nash, followed by Officer Chamberlain for some few words. Come on. These individuals that live right out here in the heart of Sunnyside, live and serve.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've got a birthday coming up on the 19th of April. I want to tell you this is a great pre-birthday present for me. Mr. Mayor, we thank you. Vice Boggsman, thank you. Yes. Senator, thank you. Williams, Terry, and all of us, and all of you involved. This has been a great experience. A lot of great minds came and was involved in this, making the decision. We might not all agree, but yet we never did fall out with each other. And that's a major thing. These people have worked tirelessly. And when I heard all of the good things that are going to be put in this particular area, cross over here, street from us, man, that is major for somebody like me. I'm on my way out of here. But God, these people have made me happy on this day. Diligent, hard work, putting their minds together. And let me say this about my city councilman. I know he get a lot of flack. District D is a big, big area that he has to cover. But on this day, I give you kudos and thank you for all you've done.
Officer Chamberlain. Betty Swindle couldn't be here. She's still under the weather, but Officer Chamberlain is here to speak for her.
Thank you. Incidentally, my name is Lawrence, but everybody calls me officer. I want to take this opportunity to share with you guys what we missed out the last 20 years. On behalf of the Coalition of Civic Clubs and the Super Neighborhoods, we need to pay homage to all the community leaders that have come and gone. The struggles that they began, the struggles they did not see end. But today, I'm still here. I was a young man compared to them. But as I've aged, I'm still here to let the community know, the young people, the new communities that are being developed here, that there is hope. Despite what anybody think, those of us that have been here the last 30 or 40 years know that we struggle just to get a little bit. And Mayor Turner and Councilmember Workin, we want to thank you on behalf of the Southeast Coalition and the Super Neighborhoods, but the fight is not over. It's not over. Because this community still needs a lot more. And even though we've been inching up to the table, we've been getting a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, but I want more. Because I had a whole lot of seniors to teach me as a young man, never give up the fight. Always keep community in mind. And for you all that's working in the various departments, I've been fighting with y'all too over my 40 years, but I'll get to know you before you leave. And so thank you on behalf of the coalition, Betsy Swindle, Leroy West Super Neighborhoods, and myself, that we're going to see a good thing on this corridor. Because God knows, we fought this man here about what was going to go there, and we didn't want that. But the City Multi-Service Center is thumbs up for us. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, we'll take whatever questions that you may have. Are there any questions? Did we answer everything? Cindy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I have a question about your engagement with the community before making today's announcement. So back in April of last year, when there was a contentious meeting in this very room, the end of that was that there would be some community engagement about the process of the next steps. And by the time there was a resolution, there would have been engagement with the community. The people I've talked to have said, this is all brand new to them, announced last night and presented today. What's your response to that concern?
Well, the question is that I think you're seeing a wide array of leadership representing the Sunnyside area, from the city council member to the state senator to the state representative. You've gotten the community leaders. The coalition is here as well. You heard that from Officer Chamberlain, Pastor Nash. Church St. Paul is right here in Sunnyside and well known in Sunnyside. I'm looking at the mayor of Sunnyside right down there, who is here as well. We were out here, you're correct, back in April, and we listened to people, and people did not want it to be down at the Sunnyside Park. They did not want that to happen. So we've explored many options. We explored keeping it here. And some of the people were saying keeping it here. But if you kept it here, if we kept it here, number one, people would be out of services for up to about 2 years. And then the amount of money it would take to tear down, demolish, and rebuild, you would end up getting for less of a facility in the end. And so we've looked at various locations throughout Sunnyside to keep it as close as possible. Another thing is that you can't have a lot of public conversation when you're trying to buy land. When you're trying to buy facilities, you put that out in the public, you drive the price up. So you cannot have those conversations in a public way. It doesn't work. It would work against the people in Sunnyside. Now, I have not heard from anybody, maybe I'm wrong, that the location that has been chosen, has been announced, is not a very good location. And on top of that, not only are we talking about a new multi-service center that combines the health and the multi-service center into one, but we are talking about the additional park space and the park facilities that are going to be made very much available. And it's less than 1 mile from here. I've been in this business long enough. You'll never satisfy 100% of the people. And if you try to satisfy 100% of the people, you'll end up with nothing. I think this is a very positive step in the right direction, listening to the comments and feedback that we got back in April, and trying to come up with the best solution to move forward. What I do know is that the people in Sunnyside have been waiting long enough. Okay? You can't keep waiting and do nothing and things get worse. At some point in time, you have to make a decision. Now, I happen to be the mayor of the city of Houston. I made the decision, and we are moving forward. Okay?
As a follow-up, so
Yes.
this has been announced today at this point. Has there been any opportunity beyond this moment for the community to provide feedback about the decision that has been made?
Well, I think you're looking at a wide array of the community. Let me yield to Senator Miles.
Okay.
I think as a lifelong member of this community, I have the privilege of saying this is positive for Sunnyside. The issue was last time that we were proposing to move it to a dump site. This is not a dump site. This is on Reed Road next to the Catholic Church. This is a positive thing for our community. We're not going to let naysayers stop the momentum in the growth in the development of Sunnyside. That's coming from Senator Boris Miles. Has there been conversations publicly about the new location? Maybe not. But there's been a whisper, there's been talks in the community, through the churches, through the Catholic churches, through our senior citizens, through the people we identify as leadership in our community. So we're not going to allow naysayers to stop growth and development in Sunnyside that's going to be positive for our community, much needed resources for our community. End of discussion. Next question.
Thank you, Senator. Let me just say this. I think the mayor and Boris both hit it. I've been on city council for 4 years, and there's very seldom you find something, Cindy, where everybody's going to be in agreement. But I'm going to ask Pastor James Nash to come up. Well, let me tell you why. Mayor, but I want to say this for one reason. You ain't got to do that. The reason I say that, Pastor Nash for all the media to be real clear, would not be standing up here. He was born in this area. He knows this area. He has been around this Sunnyside community before most of us have been born. He supports this because it's good for the community. And I respect his position. I respect what Senator Miles is saying, who grew up in Sunnyside. And I thank Mayor Turner for supporting the initiative to have this. As a district council member, let me be clear, Sandy, $25 million don't just lay on the table. You have to work that to get it. As C.J. Messiah said, the building is in bad shape. There are other buildings in the city of Houston in bad shape. And this was selected, and we're honored. We're not going to worry about the naysayers. We're going to move forward. But I respect the opinion of people like James Nash than naysayers to stop progress.
My question was about the community engagement that had been articulated last year.
Well, Cindy,
but I can move on from that. My next question.
because let me just say, Cindy, what I don't like doing, I don't like responding to people who I don't see and don't hear. So I don't want to do that. But what's the next question, though, Cindy?
People also can't respond to this proposal because it's been presented for the first time right now. So the next question is about the disposition of this property and this entire tract of property.
Right.
What's the plan for this property?
Well, number one, we're going to continue to use this property until the new multi-service center is built. So this property will continue to remain in use. It is a city asset, and then we'll decide what's the next step we take after that. But the main thing now is to build the new multi-service center that will have all the various components, bigger, better, along with the park space, and then we'll decide what the next step would be for this particular location. That decision has not been made yet.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Cynthia.
I'm okay with it being moved. I just want to know, this bond was put back on the ballot in November. So are those another, 25 or $26 million that was added?
No, not added.
Added to it, or was that?
That's the $25 million for this facility.
So it's been on the bond twice. It's been presented twice. We had already had $25 million allocated. So would there be another $25 million?
There's only one.
Back on the ballot in November?
No, there's only one $25 million for this facility. Only one. I do want to acknowledge Jeremy with Commissioner Rodney Ellis that's here as well. So thank you, Jeremy, for representing Commissioner Ellis. I know he's out of the country.
Do you have any more questions for the media?
Okay.
About this project? I know there was one other question that you wanted to ask after we know.
Yes, ma'am. Is there another question?
It's not about the project. It's
Okay. Well, thank you all so very much. I look forward to what's happening in Sunnyside and the construction of this facility. There is no question in my mind that this is the best location for the people in Sunnyside. I feel very strongly about that. And I think it's an exciting day. And we look forward to starting the construction. Thank you.